Hello students, let's start our lesson. Today we will learn about the extrude and revolve features to create the basic and simple parts. We will start with the extrude features. Let's create a new file, model, and press OK. The extrude is a process of taking two-dimensional profile and converting it to the 3D by giving it some thickness. As a simple example of this would be taking the circle and converting it to the cylinder. Once you have created the sketch profile, a profile you want to extrude, activate the extrude command. So let's firstly draw simple two-dimensional sketch. Okay, select the plane, press OK. So let's draw the first rectangle and put the dimensions. For example, here is 150 millimeters and the height is 80 millimeters. So then, for example, we can add the circle by the center. For example, we can add circle and put the dimension for the circle. For example, you can make it 70 millimeters. And if you extrude this sketch, it will not be extruded because you see here intersection between circle and rectangle, so it will be not extruded. In order to extrude, your sketch should be unique and closed. So we will use a quick trim function in order to cut off unnecessary sketch. So this one, and this one. So now it is open system, and this is totally closed system, and we can make extrude. So in order to make the extrude, you see here in the ribbon bar extrude function, and press this. In this here in the select a curve, you have to select the curve. It's automatically selected. You see here they selected, and in here you can make the define the thickness of this sketch. So in this case it's 25 millimeters. You see in upward direction 25 millimeters. So if you press here OK, you will get solid function extruded your sketch. So in the similar way, for example, if we make the return to the sketch, we can make symmetric value options on the dialog bar. So if we press here extrude, if you open here, there is in the start point, it is the symmetric value. If you select the symmetric value, if you see from the sketch, it will be make symmetric 25 in upward and 25 millimeter downward extruded, and total will be 50 millimeters. So if you press OK, you will get extruded sketch with the 50 millimeters in width. So next is revolve features. Revolve is a process of taking two-dimensional profile and revolve it about the center line to create the three-dimensional geometry shapes that are axially symmetric. While creating a sketch for the revolve feature, it's important to think about the cross-sectional shape that will define the 3D geometry once it is revolved about an axis. So let's open new. Okay, let's firstly delete this extrude. Select here the extrude, delete this sketch. So sketch, okay, plane, press OK. In order to make the revolve, let's firstly draw one simple sketch. So let's select the profile and draw line is let's make it 100, and draw one line. It is, let's make it 30 millimeters. 30 millimeters. And this one is, let's make it 33, and downward it is 50 millimeters, and here we can make the same length, and this one is also, let's make it 40 millimeters, and this is in the same length, and this is also in the same length, and this is, let's make 33, and it is, let's make it 50, and in vertical, so in 90 degrees. So this one and this one. Okay, we draw the sketch. Now let's draw one line here. It's a center line, so in order to make rotation around this and convert it to the reference, and distance is, let's make its distance between this and this 25. Okay, 25. And here, if you open the extrude, there is the revolve function. Okay, press the revolve, and for the select the curve, and select this curve, it's selected automatically by the NX. So, and specify for the vector. So let's, for the specified for the axis or vector, select this axis, so it's axis of the rotation, and you see here the sketch is revolved around this axis. So you see here you can make that angle of the rotation. It's, in this case it's 360 degrees. So for example, if you write 180, press enter. So you see it's half in 180 degrees, or you can make 100 270. So you see here this is revolved around this axis. So it is the revolve function. So in the extrude function, there is several additional options for the extrude command to be added in the three-dimensional geometry. Now we will see these functions. So you see this is revolved. So let's delete this one and delete this one. Let's select the new sketch. For example, select this plane and press OK. Let's draw firstly one rectangle using 3 from the center. Okay, and put the dimensions using the rapid dimension. For example, the length is 200 and the height 150. So then extrude it in 50 millimeters. So here select distance 50 millimeters. So it's extruded. Press OK. Now okay, select the sketch again. Select this face. You see it is the red becomes red. Select this face and press OK. It will be normal to this place, this face. So from here select the arc using 3 points. So draw the arc. So put the dimension for this arc. For example, the diameter is diameter 90 degrees. Also you can make this symmetric. For example, if you remember, there was symmetric function. You can make symmetric this one and this one around this x. It will become symmetric. So now I would like to extrude this arc, but in order to do this arc extruded, firstly we have to close it counter. So I have to close this point using the simple line. So you see it is closed, and now I can extrude. If I will not close this line, it will be not extruded arc. So extrude. So you see it is extruded. It is the one way of draw more complex shapes. So another way, for example, let's make close this extrude and close this one. Okay, I will show one more thing one more time. Extrude of this arc, and here you see in the boolean there is the unite function. It means if you press this unite, and in the selected body, if you select the rectangle that's the extruded before, it will be unite two elements. They will become as a one element. So always when you make such kind of sketch, you have to make unite of two elements. Press OK. So this one and this one become one element. So select in this one. Okay, from here select this one and delete. So let's remain this arc. Let's now see how to make cut subtract options. So select the extrude, and for the select the curve, select this arc, and from the boolean you see here the subtract. So the direction is in the upward direction. From the here in the extrude function, open the direction, and here make reverse direction, so it will be downward. And if you press the OK, this arc will be subtracted from this rectangle. It is the one way of making subtraction option. So let's delete this one and remain the initial rectangle. Or press again extrude. So select this arc here, make reverse direction, and if you open the boolean, there is function of intersection. If you make the intersection and press OK, this rectangle will be disappeared. Only remaining part will be intersection between the arc and the rectangle. So arc will be remained. So you see it is a intersection. We have seen unite, subtract, in intersection. So you see intersection. This is the methods of boolean in the extrude function. This is the methods of the boolean in the extrude function. Next are other functions, that's the called limits. On the extrude dialog there is a limit section. So here limit section, it's a starting and end point. So in the limit section has the various options to define the start and end limits of the extrude feature. If you open the here start point, there is we have seen the symmetric value only, and we will see the other options in the limit. So from the start, from also in the end. Okay, so let's start with the first one is the let's go until the next. So in order to see how it is used until the next, let's firstly draw one rectangle. Let's delete this one and delete this one, and let's remain this rectangle. So and in here you see the datum is additional datum plane. We will see how to put additional datum planes on the existing sketches on the next lesson. Now let's select datum plane from here at a distance and select this plane, this face, and you see from this face the distance. For example, let's make it 40. Let's make it bigger, for example the 80, and here the numbers. Let's draw two datum planes and press OK. So two datum planes starting from this plane is created. Distance is 80 millimeters from here and 80 millimeters from here. Two datum planes is created, and press the sketch and select this datum plane and press OK. So let's draw the one rectangle here, okay, with the 2 points, and select the finish. So rectangle is created in the plane, and make extruded. This is, and it's 50 millimeter. Okay, press. Okay, there is the mistake because it's made an intersection, and that make even known, and it's created. So and select this sketch, this plane, press OK, and draw smaller rectangle, extrude it. So if you select here and value until the next, you see it's automatically end value goes until the next extruded feature. If you select the starting point also until the next, it will continue. The starting point will be until this in nearest extruded feature. This is the until the next. If you make the value, it will disappear. This is how to use until the next limit function in the extrude. So next one is the until the selected. So press OK, it will remain no, and this one select. Next one is okay. Let's delete. Okay. Delete this one. Let's remain this one. Okay. Extrude. Select this one. Okay, until the selected here. Value is until the selected, and the direction is in this case. Let's reverse the direction until the select. So in this case you have to select the face where you want to extrude this rectangle. So let's select this face. It is, you see, it becomes red. If you select this one, this will become, let's make it 0. So it will become the extruded until this face. Press OK. This is the one way of making extruded function. So next is, let's delete this one. Next is, let's select extrude this one, this here, the through all. If you select the through all, and from here the subtract, and this one that will go through all this. here let's make 0. You see it goes through all, subtract around this bigger rectangle, so it is subtracted. So that's all of today's lesson. On the next lesson we will see how to put the dotted planes on existing sketches.